Hey, beautiful souls. It took me 10 years to learn what I'm about to teach you in 30 minutes. But pay attention. Life waits for nobody. The sun rises, the world moves, and whether you are ready or not, time keeps flowing like a river that never stops. Every morning you open your eyes is a reminder that you are still in the race, but it is also a lethal warning. If you don't get up and move, life will leave you rotting in the dust. Think about it. People we once knew have gone their own way. Jobs we thought were permanent, vanished. Moments you thought were forever are now just ghosts in your memory. The world doesn't pause when you're tired. It doesn't slow down when you're heartbroken. And it certainly doesn't stop because you're lazy. Memento Mori. You're dying every second you hesitate. Each morning is a brutal choice. Will you repeat yesterday's mistakes, or will you rise with a vengeance? The truth is harsh but freeing. No one is coming to save you. People are too caught up in their own hells to carry yours. Your waiting for the right moment is just a slow-motion suicide of your own potential. Stop being a spectator and start being the architect of your own destiny. Lesson 1. He Time Tyrant. Life waits for no one. Number 1. Life waits for nobody. Life is not your friend, and it is certainly not patient. It does not pause for your heartbreak. It does not wait for your motivation, and it never knocks twice. The biggest illusion many of us live under is the fatal belief that we have an endless supply of time. I'll do it tomorrow, you say, next week, next year. But someday is a dangerous liar in the language of the defeated. It almost always means never. If you have a dream, life is not going to wait until you are comfortable, ready, or fearless. It moves with or without you. While you're scrolling through distractions, someone is already outworking you. While you are hesitating, someone with half your talent but twice your urgency is already building the life you only dream about. Tempus Fugit. Time flies, and it takes your opportunities into the grave. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you while you live. While it is in your power, be good." This is a strategic warning. The world is not slowing down for your excuses. Every morning is a battlefield where you decide whether to be a participant in glory or a bystander in decay. Your procrastination is not careful planning. It is the slow-motion suicide of your own potential. Stop negotiating with the clock and start dominating every second you breathe. Lesson 2. The Fortress Creed. Self-preservation first. Number 2. Take care of yourself first. Let's destroy a popular myth. Burning yourself out isn't a badge of honor. It's a failure of strategy. If something happens to you today, the world will move on by tomorrow. Your job will post your position before your family even buys the funeral flowers. Your responsibilities will be handed to someone else without a second thought. Life does not pause for your collapse. This is why self-preservation is your first strategic duty. You cannot lead an army from a hospital bed, and you cannot build a legacy if your vessel is broken. We have been conditioned to believe that neglect is hustle, but the Stoic master Epictetus taught that your mind and body must be guarded like a fortress. If the walls crumble, everything you love inside, your dreams, your family, your mission, perishes in the rubble. Corpus Firmum, a broken tool, cannot finish the masterpiece. You aren't being noble by skipping sleep or fueling yourself with poison. You're being irresponsible to your potential. Nature is brutal. It doesn't care about your intentions if you've destroyed the machine required to execute them. The cemetery is full of irreplaceable people who thought they could rest later. They were wrong. Stop being a martyr for a world that won't even pause when you're gone. Guard the fortress or watch your kingdom fall. Lesson 3. The ashes of regret kill the past, feed the future. Number 3. Keep your circles small and your plans private. We live in an era of digital exhibitionism where people feel the need to broadcast every minor ambition before they've even taken the first step. But every time you tell someone your goals, you release a dopamine hit that trickles away the energy you should have used for the work. You are leaking power. The Stoics understood that the tongue is a dangerous weapon that often wounds its owner. Epictetus famously said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Your plans are sacred. When you share them with the wrong people, you invite their doubts, their envy, and their unearned opinions into your creative space. You don't need validation, you need execution. A true warrior doesn't announce the strike, they simply strike. Your circle should be so small that it's almost a dot. Surround yourself only with those who are in the trenches with you, not those who just want to watch the fireworks. Taciturnity. Let your success be the first time they hear about your moves. When you work in the shadows, you are unpredictable. You are focused. You are dangerous. Most people don't want you to succeed. They just want to know what you're doing so they can feel better about their own stagnation. Don't tell them your dreams. Show them your results. Shock them with your transformation. Silence isn't just golden, it's a strategic advantage. Lesson 4. The architect versus the tool. Build your vision or be used. Number 4. Don't be afraid to speak the truth. We live in a world suffocating under the weight of polite lies and fake kindness. Most people would rather be comforted by a lie than saved by a hard truth. But a Stoic knows that a lie, even a small one, is a debt you eventually have to pay with your integrity. Marcus Aurelius believed that if someone can prove us wrong, we should change with joy, for we seek the truth, and the truth never harmed anyone. The real harm is persisting in deceit. Speaking the truth isn't about being cruel, it's about being precision. When you stop sugarcoating reality, you stop wasting time. If a friend is failing, tell them. If you're failing, admit it. Surround yourself with truth archers, people who have the courage to aim at your flaws and shoot straight. Flattery is a poison that rots your potential from the inside out. It makes you weak, delusional, and easy to defeat. Veritas. Truth is the only foundation that doesn't crumble under pressure. It takes immense courage to be the person who says what everyone else is thinking, but is too terrified to whisper. Yes, the truth will make people uncomfortable. Yes, it might even make you enemies. But those enemies were never your allies to begin with. A person who cannot handle the truth is a person who will always be a slave to their own ego. Stop being a diplomat of lies and start being a soldier of reality. If it's not true, don't say it. Clear words lead to clear lives. Lesson 5. The silent strategy. Victory without noise. Number 5. Don't let your emotions control you. Most people are like leaves in the wind. One insult, and they are angry. One setback, and they are depressed. They are puppets. And the world holds the strings. But a Stoic is a fortress. We don't suppress emotions. We strip them of their power to dictate our actions. Epictetus taught us that it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. If someone can provoke you, they own you. Anger is a temporary madness, and anxiety is just paying interest on a debt you haven't even borrowed yet. You must learn to be the observer of your feelings, not the victim of them. When the storm hits, don't ask, "Why is this happening?" Ask, "How do I handle this with honor?" Mastery over your emotions is the ultimate form of freedom. It allows you to think clearly while everyone else is panicking. Apatheia, not the absence of feeling, but the presence of invincible reason. You are the sky. The emotions are just weather. The weather changes, but the sky remains. If your mood depends on the actions of others, you are the easiest person in the room to manipulate. Stop being a slave to your impulses and start being the captain of your soul. A calm mind is a weapon that never misses its mark. Lesson 6. The cognitive filter. Starve the idiots, feed the wise. Number 6. Don't care about what others think of you. It is a tragic irony that we love ourselves more than anyone else, yet we value the opinions of strangers more than our own judgment. We become slaves to likes, nodding heads, and empty praise. But seeking validation from the outside is like building a house on shifting sand. Marcus Aurelius asked, "Why do we set less value on our own opinion of ourselves than on the opinion of others?" The truth is, people's judgments are not about you. They are reflections of their own insecurities. A lion does not lose sleep over the opinions of sheep, and a stoic does not let the noise of the crowd dictate the rhythm of his heart. When you stop looking for your reflection in the eyes of ghosts, you finally become free. This detachment isn't about being arrogant, it's about being sovereign. It is the realization that your character is the only thing you truly own. If you are doing what is right, the world's misunderstanding doesn't matter. If you are doing what is wrong, the world's applause cannot save you. Autarkeia, self-sufficiency of the soul. Break the mirrors that people hold up to you and look inward. If you live for their praise, you will die by their rejection. Stop being a puppet of social approval and start being the architect of your own standards. Because once you stop caring about their why, you can finally focus on your how. Lesson 7. The compound warrior, execution over excuses. Number 7. Execution over excuses. This is where the dreamers are separated from the warriors. We've talked about time, health, silence, truth, and emotions, but none of it matters if you don't show up. Success is not a lightning bolt. It is a compound effect. It is the boring, repetitive, and often painful act of doing the work. When you don't feel like it, the world doesn't care about your why. If you don't have a how, your excuses might be valid, but they are still useless. You're tired, so is your competition. You're busy, everyone is busy. The stoic warrior knows that discipline is the only currency that never devalues. Seneca taught us, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." Every time you choose execution over an excuse, you are investing in a future version of yourself that is untouchable. You are building a momentum that no obstacle can stop. Constantia, the power of steady persistence. Results don't respond to your feelings. They respond to your actions. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions or the right mood. Moods are fleeting, but habits are permanent. Your excuses are just a well-manicured coffin for your potential. You can have the results, or you can have the stories of why you failed, but you cannot have both. Stop being a master of explanations and start being a master of execution. Build your life brick by boring brick until you have a fortress that the world cannot ignore.